Welcome to the Big Tech Gut Check here on Scrolling to Death. This is a weekly update for parents on all things social media and big tech. This week's sponsor is Bark Technologies, which is an incredible resource for parents. I just got back from DC where I was able to spend time with members of the Bark family. Not only are they incredible people, but they have a solution for parents who are looking to protect their kids online. The iPhone was not built for kids, but the Bark phone was. It has parental controls built in. We can manage their entire digital experience, get alerts if something harmful happens, all in a safe, productive way. So I have more on Bark in the episode notes. But let's get into the updates for the week of August 5th, 2024. I mentioned that I just got back from DC a few hours ago. I was there for an event put on by NCOSE, the National Center on Sexual Exploitation, and they partner with an organization called Phase Alliance to host an annual summit with the goal of ending exploitation. And where this comes in for me and us parents is that a large majority of exploitation takes place on social media where our kids are. So a few things that I learned this week that are important for parents to reflect on is that unregulated AI is a major source of child exploitation because it's unregulated. It's using bad data input and outputting unsafe information. But AI can also be the solution, safe AI. So I was able to connect with a bunch of AI technology companies who are creating or have created solutions for parents to help our kids game safely, use AI safely, go on social media safely. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to be booking and publishing new interviews with some representatives from these companies, and I look forward to letting you guys know more about their solutions. I also learned that exploitation is not just an issue for children, it's happening to adults too. And I met a lot of these adults who have been exploited in adulthood or childhood, and they were bravely sharing their stories. And I feel grateful to have met them. I think it's never too early to talk to your kids about creating safe relationships with people in their lives, protecting their bodies, protecting their private information, and protecting their brains from seeing violent content, from seeing sexual content too early, or the wrong type of sexual content, from predators who may want to harm them. So I just feel grateful that I'm able to help parents learn more about these issues. One quote that I want to leave you with, and this was from Tim Estes from Angel AI, is that no amount of money made on the suffering of others is ever justified. I'm looking at you, Mark Zuckerberg. I'm looking at you, Evan Spiegel from Snap. So NCOSE is doing incredible things. Please go to endsexualexploitation.com to learn more about their resources and their work. I have a few interesting updates on some of the major social media companies this week. First is on TikTok. Have you heard of TikTok Lite, Lite? It's a low data version of TikTok that's been downloaded millions of times. It uses less data and features a program that awards points to people for watching videos, for liking posts, and inviting friends to the app. Fueling addiction much? It's not available yet in the US, but is available in various Asian and African countries and France and Spain. Researchers recently compared TikTok Lite to regular TikTok and has raised alarm bells about the Lite version. And it wasn't long after TikTok Lite was introduced in Europe for the European Union to accuse TikTok of failing to report the potential risks of using the rewards program of TikTok Lite. And in response, TikTok actually removed the rewards program in many European countries due to this feature making the app addictive. First of all, doesn't this rewards-based usage sound a hell of a lot like Snapchat's Snap Score? Your score goes up the more you engage with other users, rewarding you for using the platform more, encouraging addictive use in minors. I really encourage Snap to remove the Snap Score. They're not going to listen, but I can throw it out there. So back to TikTok Lite, Americans need to keep an eye out for this dangerous app to become available here in the US. If so, it will be eye-opening to see if it includes the rewards aspect. And either way, keep your kids away from it, and regular TikTok as well. I was concerned to see that this week, Donald Trump stated if he wins the presidency, he will keep TikTok going. This is dangerous. So much work and investigation went into the National Security Act, which was passed in April due to TikTok being a severe national security risk to American citizens. I have a really good interview coming up with Rick Lane. He was in those closed-door meetings with foreign intelligence, learning about exactly how TikTok is a threat to American citizens. So more on that, but the basic facts are that the Chinese Communist Party holds a golden share in TikTok. This means that the CCP can force TikTok to hand over information on users and also push out a message influencing what our kids are seeing on TikTok. So the new law states that TikTok must be sold to an American company or we will remove it from our app stores. A question I get asked a lot is, well, if TikTok is bought by an American company, isn't it still going to be harmful? And that depends. One interested party is American billionaire Frank McCourt and his group Project Liberty. They are putting together a people's bid for TikTok. And if they are successful, they will turn TikTok into a safer platform, giving people control back over their data. You can learn more about that in my interview with Frank. But as of now, TikTok has sued us to try to overturn this law, and TikTok has indicated that they will never sell. TikTok suing us is interesting because it gives us access to internal documents and information. Our government has exposed more now about the risk of TikTok. The U.S. Justice Department just accused TikTok of using internal systems to send sensitive data about U.S. users to Chinese servers accessible to the CCP. Specifically, the information being shared was related to sensitive issues like gun control, abortion, and religion. So the accusation is that TikTok content related to these issues is being censored in favor of whatever the CCP wants us to believe. And what's crazy here is that TikTok is accusing us of trying to censor them through this new law when in fact they are censoring all of us. Also, the FTC has just filed a lawsuit against TikTok for violating our children's privacy rights. The FTC alleges that TikTok knowingly collected and used and potentially sold information from children under 13 without consent, which is illegal. Enough on TikTok. Let's talk about Snapchat. Snapchat announced this week that their Snapchat Plus option just hit 11 million subscribers. Snapchat Plus costs about $4 per month and gives users access to features that make Snapchat more harmful, including the ability to see how many times your Snapchat stories are viewed. Why do teenagers need to see if a user views their content more than once? This produces anxiety. This produces drama. You also get access to Snapchat's solar system feature, where your friends are ranked based on how much you interact with them between 1 and 8. And with Snapchat Plus, you get to see where you rank with your other friends who have this upgrade. Why are we allowing kids to rank their friends? How is this good for kids? Teen relationships are difficult enough, and why are we making it more stressful? With Snapchat Plus, you can restore your snap streak. So kids get a snap streak when they snap back and forth with each other at least once a day, every day. And once you've kept it up for a few days, you get a fire emoji and you get a score for the amount of days you keep it going. This is blatantly encouraging addiction and dependent use in children. So then if you lose your snap streak, you can pay to restore it. Is anyone else bothered by that? So we see the harmful design of Snapchat in play, particularly when predators access children on their platform. Predators use Snapchat because they feel safe there, and they often are safe there because evidence of their crimes disappear. But sometimes they're caught. And this week, a teenager was found dead in her home in Colorado after meeting up with a 26-year-old man she met on Snapchat. He's being charged with first-degree murder. A 31-year-old teacher and coach in Atlanta has been convicted after adding over 50 of his students on Snapchat, where he sent inappropriate content and asked for nude photos in return. A 25-year-old man in Pennsylvania has pled guilty after he hacked into Snapchat accounts of at least 20 women from his former high school. He stole explicit photos from these women's Snapchat accounts. The report on this case says, quote, Snapchat has been at the center of various controversies for enabling crimes against children through the app's features. I couldn't agree more. Yet we still allow our kids to use Snapchat to chat with their friends. Can we stop? Just let them text message. And last update, this just came in today. So Google and Meta have been running a secret ad campaign targeting teens, which is in violation of Google's own rules. The ads on YouTube were intended to bring more 13 to 17-year-olds over to Instagram. Google has since pulled the ad campaign and says that they are refreshing their training to make sure that sales representatives understand that they are prohibited from assisting advertisers in trying to specifically target sensitive audiences like children. That is it for this week on the Big Tech Gut Check here on Scrolling to Death. Thank you so much for listening in, and I will be in touch next week.